Hi guys, Pax at Bonum. So we are going to continue with our lesson, Workspace and File Management. Or rather, we will proceed with the lesson, Workspace and File Management. Our learning competency is to describe the working environment of an HTML editor. Values competency, work in an orderly and organized manner. And for the 21st century skill, you understand and utilize the most appropriate media creation tools, characteristics, and especially conventions. So like nung motivation natin, no, ang father ng World Wide Web is Tim Berners-Lee. Yan yung kanyang picture. And because of his creation of the World Wide Web, today we enjoy different web applications and different websites like these. And syempre, um, nung ginawa ni Tim Berners-Lee yan, hindi naman niya talaga napag-isipan na ganito yung kalalabasan ng web. Actually, if you will research further, you will be able to read kung ano yung totoong saloobin ni Tim Berners-Lee with the current state of the web. And if I remember correctly, he is a bit sad because his vision is very different from what we are experiencing right now. So pag-usapan natin, ano ba, saan ba nagsimula? Oh, yeah, before that, i-compare ko muna, no, ano ba ang World Wide Web versus the internet? The World Wide Web is a series of connections using a browser. So, ang isang website kasi, it's composed of different documents. Much like parehas lang na file, katulad na kunyari gumawa ka ng Word, you save the file, that file, in terms of web development, that file is already a website when viewed through a browser. So using now the internet, we can view websites across the globe. Kasi when you develop a local website, pag sa computer mo lang, you use a text editor, you save the file, you open the file using a browser, yun na yung web page. Pero kapag gagamitin mo yung web, you are actually viewing the web page over the internet through a browser. So in simple terms, the web can be viewed only by using a browser. You will be able to view the different documents, the different web pages, different images, different videos using a browser. Now the internet, on the other hand, that is the connection or the network all over the world. So iba't ibang mga connections lang yan. And it doesn't necessarily mean that na kapag meron kang internet, you are connected to the web. Again, if you want to view the web, you have to use the browser. Anything and everything that you see on a browser is considered inside the web. Now, the internet is a larger network kasi hindi lang naman mga browsers ang nakaka-connect sa internet. There are different devices like console gaming, or pwede ring mga computer applications na mga work from home people. Gumagamit ng mga specific na applications for work. They have their own applications na kumo-connect over the internet. Or like yung mga messaging platforms natin like Zoom, like MS Teams. Hindi sila na-view over the web, but although may version for the web, but for the application, the connection runs through the internet. Okay? So going back dun sa point ko kanina about the original intentions and the actual intentions of Tim Berners-Lee, scratch that. Meron pa akong isa pang slide dito. If you play Roblox, you are actually using the internet here. When you use Schoology, you are viewing it through the web kasi gumamit ka ng browser. Much the same kapag nag-open ka ng Gmail using a computer, you are viewing it over the web. Pero kapag ka mobile ang ginamit mo, hindi na, through the internet lang yun. And while you play Valorant, you are using the internet. No. So, yun nga, going back dun sa original na vision ni Tim Berners-Lee, kailangan natin pag-usapan ano ba ang history ng web. So, Mr. Berners-Lee is a British scientist. He invented the World Wide Web in 1989 at CERN. CERN is a physics laboratory, particle physics laboratory, if I remember correctly. He worked there as an IT. And his original purpose for the web is for automated information sharing among the researchers and scientists. Ano ba yung context? The context is researchers from CERN are not always working on site. Nasaan ba located ang CERN? In Switzerland, teka, double check natin. If I'm not mistaken nga, sa Switzerland yata ang CERN. Yeah, Switzerland. Somewhere in Switzerland. Hindi lahat ng scientists and researchers are located on site. Some are located even abroad. At pumupunta lang sila sa Switzerland for a couple of months for research, tapos bumabalik na sila sa kanilang mga home countries. So, Tim Berners-Lee wanted a fast way for these people to communicate and to share information. And through his own research and through his own inventions, he was able to use the internet to connect different browsers para magkaroon ng shared space. The idea is you will place a file inside one computer and then use the other computer to view the file. You cannot do that simply using the internet, especially back then. So the only way you will be able to view a file from one computer gamit ang isa pang computer is if meron kang application na gagamitin. And yun yung na-develop niya, a browser, na specifically nag-view ng files from another computer in a different location. And in 1993, the first version of HTML, yung paggawa ng pages on a browser para maka-view ng iba't ibang mga web pages. So again, the web was at 1989. From 1989 to 1992, meron namang browser na ginagamit. Pero it's not built using HTML. Merong iba pang ginagamit si Tim Berners-Lee before. Pero the thing is, only a few people can create such web pages. Now, in 1993, he thought of a way wherein other normal people will be able to create web pages in a simple manner. So kaya niya na-invent yung HTML. So how does a web work over the internet? Di ba sabi ko nga kanina, your websites are just files. Much like this. It's just a file placed in a specific computer. Ang tawag natin sa computer na yun ay web server. The web server is connected to the internet. Now, anytime a person wants to visit this website, yung browser niya, may request na nagta-travel through the internet, going to the computer kung saan nakalocate yung website, at kung ano man yung website na yan, kumukuha ng copy. So, copy lang. Tinitingnan niya lang yung codes. Kinokopya niya. And then, ibinabalik papunta sa browser. Kaya pwede mangyari na iba't ibang tao, nag-o-open sila ng same website, pero nag-a-appear sa kanila, sa iba't ibang mga screens nila, Dahil bawat screen na meron na connect papunta sa web server, papunta dun sa website, ay gumagawa lang ng kopya. Okay? So that's how we view websites over the internet. Now, let me clarify. Ano ba ang ibig sabihin ng website? A website, or sorry, a web page muna, is a hypertext document over the web. Katulad nito, isang page is a web page. Kung may isang file ka lang, that is one web page. It's a hypertext document. Now, when two or more pages are combined, linked together, na nakalagay sa internet, the page or pages becomes a website. It's called now a website, a collection of different web pages. A website looks like this. Now, paano naging ganyan ang itsura niyan? It's because of this code. We write our codes in the HTML, hypertext markup language. And codes in HTML are made up of smaller elements, and we call those smaller elements markup tags. HTML means hypertext markup language. Because of that markup language, ang ginagamit natin na elements inside are called markup tags, or in short, tags. To create now a web page, normally, meron siyang tatlong iba't ibang major factors. We have the HTML, CSS, and sometimes JavaScript. The HTML serves as the base, so you may think of it as the skeleton. Siya yung structure na nabubuo. Now, kapag may structure na, we apply CSS. CSS is the skin. Yun yung texture natin. Since it's a skin, anytime pwede tayong magpalit ng texture. Pwede tayong magpalit ng skin, pwede tayong magpalit ng damit, magpalit ng buhok. Pero the structure would remain the same. Napapalitan lang yung itsura. So CSS is the design of the website. Now, JavaScript, according to this one, it's the brain. What does this mean? JavaScript is responsible for interactions. Like, for example, ano mangyayari pag kinlik yung button? Ano mangyayari pag nag-hover tayo ng mouse sa ganitong area? Ano mangyayari kapag nag-highlight ka? So it adds it adds, what do you call this? Interactivity. Okay? Now to download what we need for creating websites, I need you to install Notepad++. You can visit this website, click natin yan. So pag nag-open ng Notepad++ na website, you can download any version, or para safe, you download the latest version. Click on this one. You click download. Ay, sorry, hindi yan. Ay, yan rin pala. Tapos isa-save nyo lang. After saving, you open the file and you install, i-proceed nyo lang, i-next nyo lang. And soon after, available na siya sa start button ninyo. So once you are done installing, i-pause nyo na lang muna yung video para sa installation. But once you are done installing, you open now Notepad++. It looks like this. So yan ang Notepad++. Now, to create folders, or actually we will create folders whenever we create projects. Kasi, sabi ko nga, a website is a collection of web pages. Ibig sabihin, A folder will contain many different files. At yung iba't ibang mga files na yan yung mga web documents, yan yung website natin. So a good practice when we create websites is for example, gagawa ko ng folder dito. Sabihin na lang natin na TLE activities. Kunyari, meron tayong isang activity, activity 1. I will create now a folder, activity 1.1. Inside that activity 1.1, dito ako magsasave ng mga web pages ko. Like, in this case, dito meron akong napakadaming pages. So, dito isa-save yung iba't ibang mga web pages na yan. Tapos, pwede nyo na rin dito ilagay yung mga images na gagamitin. Although, tuturuan ko kayo next time kung paano ilagay yung mga images sa loob. Iba't ibang mga video, designing. The thing here, the important thing here is, every time we are going to create a project, kailangan yung gumawa ng specific na activity folder. Activity 1.1, activity 1.2, or pag tumagal, activity 2.3. Iba-ibang activity, iba-ibang folders. Hindi pwedeng nakalagay lang lahat sa isang folder. Kailangan nakasegregate siya. And that's how you will show organization working in an orderly manner. Now, for activity 1.1, we will create a simple web page. So what I want you to do is, using Notepad++, ito na yun ha, I want you to write your name in capital letters, like so. And then I want you to save the file. I will save as, ilalagay ko siya sa folder na activity 1.1. Now, I will save this. Ang pangalan would be index.html. Index.html. Whenever we create projects, the first page na mag-a-appear sa website should always be named as index. So, index.html. I will click save. Lagi niyong isasama yung .html when saving para maging .html file siya. Now, once na-save to, babalikan ko lang yung activity 1.1. Ito na ngayon yung website. Yung web page. If we double-click, ma-open na ngayon yung web page at andyan yung pangalan niyo. If you want to edit this, dito nyo siya i-open. Pero kapag i-view nyo na as a web page, sa browser siya dapat i-open. Now, I want you to do that. Tapos, pag nagawa nyo na, you submit that, or kahit hindi nyo na i-submit. Pero maganda na rin na i-submit para makita ko. Pero I want you also to answer this. Explain how to create a simple web page katulad ng ginawa natin. So, that's it. I hope you will do the activity, and please do it so right now.